let me ask you one question. If we do some practice here, right? Will it really, if you do any practice here, will it really help you in giving interviews?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think the classroom practice is different than the real experience. Correct? देखो क्लासरूम में आप कुछ भी करो, आप कार ड्राइविंग सीखने जाओ, आप कंप्यूटर सीखो, है ना, आप स्विमिंग सीखो एक कोच के अंडर, अरे जब उसके साथ में हो बात अलग होती है, राइट? खुद करना है तो बात अलग होती है ना। जब सचिन तेंदुलकर वहां पिच पे है वो बात अलग है, कोच ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है वो बात अलग है। उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कोच ट्रेनिंग होता है? नहीं, क्रिकेट में जो होता है कोच जो ट्रेनिंग देता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? some word for it, no? Okay. So practice with a trainer is totally different than the real life situation, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
How many of you agree? Yeah. Now, how do you solve this issue? Right? So we looked at it very closely 3 years back and we realized that there is a way to give a real life experience, right, of an interview to people through a method called role play. So what we are going to do is through classroom we will enter into your real life experience of giving an interview, right, by doing a role play. Now what is a role play? I'll just explain you what is a role play. How many of you have done role plays? What we'll do is I'll become an HR manager of the company where you want to give an interview, right? Which is your ideal company, please? Which company you want to give an interview? Which company?
ICICI Securities.
As a?
BRM branch nation.
Right. So I'll become the HR manager of ICICI Securities and I'll take your interview. Clear? Yeah. Which company? TCS. As a? Software engineer. Reliance. Which Reliance?
Reliance Industries.
Industries. As a?
SAP consultant.
SAP consultant. So I'll become an HR manager of Reliance Industries and I'll take an interview of you, right? Now when I'm taking an interview, I will play the role of an HR manager of the company where you want to give an interview and you will play a role of a candidate who's come for an interview, right? Now when you enact this situation, जब उस situation का आप enact करोगे तो एक दो चीजें जरा ख्याल रखिएगा. Just keep in mind couple of things. Keep in mind that you are not doing acting. You are not doing acting. You are actually living in that situation right now. Why is it important to really get involved in that role? Why is it important to get involved in that role?
Because about for our real experience.
Yes. So because you want to get a real experience. So you want to do real mistakes. Yeah. You want to enter here, this domain. This is a totally different area. So through your involvement, you will enter into a real experience of entering into an interview, sitting in that interview chair, answering the questions, right? And also sometimes asking questions. Do you know you have to also ask questions in an interview? In the end, you are supposed to ask questions, right? What will be the future in my company, right? What are my key performance parameters? What can I look forward to? Which department exactly I will be working for? Or whom will I be reporting to? Okay? So you need to be very involved when you are giving this interview. So remember one thing, when I am doing this role play, we are very soon going to start with the role play. I will become the HR manager, one person will come with a resume, you will walk in, you will enact. Now remember second thing very important when you are doing this role play. When you are so involved in that character who is coming for the interview, you may smile, you may laugh, you may get very serious. But that is not the point, right? You need not feel bad about smiling or getting very serious. You may get very scared also. That's part of it, right? How many of you get nervous in an interview? All of us, right? Yeah. If you don't get nervous, then I'll get nervous. So, all of us, it's very natural we get nervous in an interview because interview is really a testing time. why does an HR conduct an interview is very important. One more very important reason. HR wants to check all the parameters before considering you. Once the HR has really selected you and cleared you and given you an appointment letter, there is no way they can say now you can leave or leave the job. It's very difficult for a company to sack an employee. So before that they want to screen you thoroughly. They want to make sure very clearly that you are the best fit candidate. So that is why it is very important that you do this role play very well. What we will be doing is, you will with your involvement, you will really get a real life experience, you will make real mistakes, and because of your real mistakes, I will be able to make some corrections in your real mistakes, right? So you will get a first hand experience. All of us ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the flight can take off?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? Let's get excited.